Hi, this is Vicki from Learning Home Volunteers, and welcome back to our learning session for the holiday season. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas with lots of yummy food and happy times. This week, we're going to focus on the welcoming the new year. Many will do this with a party that starts in the old year and then ends in the new year. People will be eating foods that are thought to bring them luck for the upcoming year. Some have black-eyed peas, grapes. You eat a grape at midnight. Each one that you can eat in before the 12 gongs are gone will bring you a month of good luck. Noodles to bring you long life. Cabbage to bring you wealth. Our plans are just a little bit simpler than that. We're just going to have a little party to welcome the new year. And every party needs a party hat. And in your box, you're going to find some cone type hats for your child to decorate and materials in your box to make that possible. They can color or write on them. They can add decorations to the sides or the tops. Or they can even make a different kind of hat if they don't like the cone hat, made out of paper plates called a crown hat, where you cut from the middle to the edge of the plate. Or like this kind of paper plate hat, which weaves rubbing on the edges and then puts some fancy stick-ons to making for a great look. I can't wait to see you and your family and your hats welcoming the new year. Well, you're going to need a new noisemaker for midnight. Oh, and now that it brings me to that, if you don't think your child should or could stay up to midnight, you can always celebrate New Year's early with a countdown for your chosen midnight. After all, it is midnight somewhere. According to superstitions, making noise at midnight is said to ward off bad intentions for the new year. And in your box, you're going to find everything you need to make a noisemaker: a toilet paper roll, wax paper, rubber bands, and some rice. To make the noisemaker, you want to first decorate it. Needs to look good. And once the decorations are complete, you could put the wax paper on one side of the toilet paper roll and close it with a rubber band. And then add the rice from the open end and finally put the wax paper on the open end and seal it with rubber bands. Give it a shake and see what kind of noise it makes. We have also included some bells to make a little noise just in case. Well, there's nothing like a game to pass the time while you wait for midnight, and in your box you're going to find some blowers. The game is actually to use the blower to move the bean from one end of the table to the other first. You can time it if you want people to run it one at a time, or you can play side by side like we did here. And when we played, it was so funny. We were laughing and laughing. Great fun. After all the excitement of New Year's Eve, you may want a little quieter New Year's Day. I find that children are enthralled with sensory bottles. I could play quietly with them for some time. We have provided in your box materials for two kinds of sensory bottles. You will find a little bag that contains colored pellets. These are actually water beads. When you add them to water, they'll actually get bigger. They're really cool. The color of the bead will be the color it is when it expands. To make a sensory bead with or sensory bottle with water beads, you want to fill the bottle up with about 3/4 of the bottle with water, and then you want to put the water beads in there, and they'll expand over the next 8 hours or so. If you only want certain colors, you want to separate them in before you put them in the bottle itself. The sensory bottle on the left is actually done because they've got it all in rainbow color, right? By making the bees first and then adding them to the bottle. Now they've chosen to use baby oil to fill their bottle and then seal the bottle top with super glue. Trust me, you do not want a child running around the house with a bottle of baby oil that can be opened. Not good. Our second type of sensory bottle is for things that you want to move more slowly through the liquid and have some extra sparkle. You can put little treasures in them, letters, items with different colors to identify, or whatever will make it fun for your little one. To make this kind of bottle, fill it halfway with warm water and then fill it up almost to the top with glue. Then go ahead and add your glitter and the little objects that you want, and then close the lid and mix it up. If you're happy with it, then go ahead and fill that last part with glue and then seal the bottle. I would glue the top closed as it contains glue all the way through with the glue that we provided. I love sensory bottles. They're versatile for learning ideas, they're calming and interesting, and you could even make them with dry materials. This first one is made with puzzle pieces and letter beads. I love this next set, which is made from all items of all of one color. Amazing. And then this last one is an I Spy sensory bottle. They have used pony beads and then hidden an object among them, in this case, a photograph of the child. So clever. From all the donors, volunteers, and staff, we wish you and your family a happy new year. We hope that the next year brings you joy, and we're looking forward to working with you and your child next year.